Rangers have been handed a timely boost as the club looks to find their form and push forward in a crucial part of the season. After a period of poor performances and mounting scrutiny, positive news from within the squad has offered a lift to both players and supporters alike. With key fixtures on the horizon, this latest return could prove significant for Danny Roll's plans as he aims to establish momentum and consistency in his side's campaign. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Derek Cornelius has pinpointed mentality as the biggest difference between Danny Roll's Rangers blueprint and the way of working under former head coach Russell Martin. Roll marked his debut in the Ibrox dugout with victory over Kilmarnock on Sunday as Rangers recorded a much-needed Premiership victory. Cornelius opened the scoring before goals from Danilo and Youssef Chermiti got the German off and running as boss. A trip to Easter Road is next on the agenda for Rangers. It comes on the eve of the Premier Sports Cup showdown with Celtic at the weekend as Roll gears up for what could be the double-header that kickstarts the campaign. That is the ambition for Cornelius and his Ibrox teammates, and the Canadian has been encouraged by the first few days under Roll's guidance following his appointment as Martin's successor. "Yeah, it's been good," Cornelius said of the atmosphere around the group following the win over Kilmarnock. "It's been good. You know, it's been a more positive dynamic within the group, which is always more enjoyable to be in. But I think the group also knows that it's just a start and we need to keep going in this way. It hasn't been so much time really to implement his football tactical ideas. And we've had a lot of matches, we haven't had so much time on the pitch to train together. But I would say the biggest change would have been the mentality, just that we're aggressive. We bring intensity to each match, each duel that we run for each other, we help each other, and yeah, at the end of the day, when you play for Rangers, the most important thing is to win, so I think that's been the biggest change. I think we have to draw a line under what happened at the start of the season. We don't have another choice. Obviously, the group is not happy with how we've started the season. The results haven't been good enough. The performances haven't been good enough. But we know that we can't change anything in the past and that we can only look ahead. And we're just hoping to continue to improve and get better and better. The arrival of Roll and that improved performance against Stuart Kettlewell's side has raised the spirits of a support that spent the first months of the campaign flirting between anger and apathy. The reign of Martin started badly, and the mood come the end of his 123-day tenure was one of relief that it was finally over as the board admitted to their costly mistakes on and off the park. Ibrox had a different feel about it at the weekend. It is a factor that Cornelius is keen to tap into more often, as Roll looks to give the fans something to believe in and something to be encouraged about after the dark days already this term. I've been told many times by many different people that when Rangers is winning, it's the best club to play in the world, Cornelius said. And yeah, I want to experience that. I want to see Rangers when we're winning and when the fans are behind us, when things are going well. So yeah, it definitely is a big motivation for myself to obviously get the ship going in the right direction and to experience that, because I get the feeling from around the club that that's an experience that, yeah, not many footballers can say they've had in their careers. From playing in Ibrox, I see that the fans, they want to get into the game. They're almost in it with us. And I think that can be a real advantage, you know. I think teams, when they experience a crowd like Ibrox, it can be an intimidating place to come and play. But I also get the sense that, you know, they want high intensity, upbeat football, attacking football. And I think that suits the new manager well, because I think that's his idea of playing football as well. And if ultimately it's going to help us get us more wins, I'm all for it. Now, Dujon Sterling is back in training as he continues his return to first-team football following an Achilles injury. New head coach Danny Roll was boosted by Sterling's return to first-team training yesterday as the German gears up for a hectic period of pre-Christmas football. The versatile defender is believed to have recovered well from the injury sustained in the first leg of a Europa League quarter-final tie against Athletic Club at Ibrox in April. Sterling, who turned 26 last week, joined Rangers in 2023 after his contract expired at Chelsea. Nominally a right-back, Sterling has played across the defence and midfield during his stint at Ibrox. Under Barry Ferguson, Sterling was mainly deployed at centre-back, but Philippe Clement utilised the former Chelsea youngster in midfield, full-back and on the wing. Roll could seek to play Sterling at wing-back or as part of his three-man defence, should he seek to continue with a back three formation. Asked by the media whether this squad has the necessary depth to play with wing-backs going forward yesterday, Roll said, "I think it will be more interesting than how we choose the players in the wing-back position, because you can do this with a full-back, you can do it with a winger, you can do it with asymmetric ones like this. I think this is a change, and it gives me also the opportunity when you look back to our starting lineup on the weekend. Maybe it was not clear if it's a back three or back four, and I think this gives me and my team always the opportunity to switch the formation very quick during the game, and it is what I like. I call it always a bit hybrid players, but if you have players on your pitch they can play both positions, then it's perfect because then you can switch the shape without subs. Rangers face Hibs at Easter Road tonight in the Scottish Premiership before meeting Celtic in the Premier Sports Cup semi-final at Hampden on Sunday. Then Roma visit Ibrox before a trip to face Dundee, which marks the final fixture ahead of the November international break. In other news, Finlay Curtis has become an unfortunate casualty of the ongoing turbulence at Rangers this season, a victim not of his own form, but of the questionable decisions surrounding team selection and player development at Ibrox. The 18-year-old winger, widely regarded as one of the brightest talents to emerge from Rangers Academy in recent years, began the campaign in scintillating form. His early contributions included 3 crucial goals for the Light Blues, performances that hinted at a breakout season for the youngster. However, his progress has since been stifled. Despite his promising start, Curtis has accumulated just 235 minutes of first-team action this season, a startlingly low figure for a player of his ability and impact. Much of this decline in game time coincided with the arrival of Mikey Moore, who joined Rangers on loan from Tottenham Hotspur. While the move was initially viewed as an opportunity to inject Premier League quality into the squad, it has instead drawn criticism from fans and pundits alike. None more so than club legend Ali McCoist, who publicly questioned the logic of the decision. Speaking live on TalkSport, McCoist did not hold back in his assessment. "I mean, there is a kid at Rangers who hasn't been getting his chance. They've been playing Mikey Moore," McCoy said. "I'm not complaining about Mikey Moore, I really am not. He will go on to be a good player and have a great career. At this moment in time, there is a lad called Finlay Curtis, and probably there is nothing between the two of them. So I am thinking, why are you bringing someone up from London to play in a position that one of your 18-year-old players can play themselves? I think the two of them will be great, but it's little things like that I find bizarre." But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.